go ahead and close out the show. I'll ask you your sword and your skull. I'll remind everybody the sword is the good one. The skull is the bad one, the numbskull of the game. Your sword, your skull. You guys out in the chat room, I know a lot of you have already dropped it in, but you guys go ahead and drop those in if you haven't yet, and we'll shout those out as well. But Ren, what do you got? Your sword and skull for the game. Only had an hour and 28 minutes to think about it.
No, I just don't want to give it to Winfield because I'm like Winfield can get it. Shaq Barrett can get it. Via Vea, you know.
You have one. You have one.
I have one what?
You have one to give out.
So. Oh, I know. Thank you. You might be able to give it to Godwin. You know what? I'm giving it to OJ Howard.
Wow.
I'm giving it to OJ Howard.
That's your sword. All right.
Yeah, that's my sword. You know.
Who's your skull?
I'm also giving it to OJ Howard. No. My skull is going to be. I don't want to give it to Donovan Smith. Leonard Fournette.
Oh my gosh. You did that just because of me, didn't you?
I did.
Yes, that's very fair.
And he didn't really do anything wrong. It's just more of like, haha, you dum-dums who like put him in the, Ring of Honor after 2 20-yard runs against the Panthers. That's that Leonard Fournette that I saw today is a Leonard Fournette I remember from like LSU and Jacksonville. And I'm sure I'm going to get some like, what do you in chat and maybe on Twitter, but that's kind of the guy I remember. Like what bothered me today about Fournette was he didn't fall forward. It looked like I felt like he was turtling when there was yards to be there. He didn't take them today.
Yeah. He certainly had a step back from last year or from last week. And I could be with you on that. I'm going to go with the general consensus and the general population out there. Antoine Winfield Jr. gets the sword for me. Although, while I can only give out one, I think a very honorable mention needs to go to Levante David as well, who just played it lights out today.
What kind of interception was that?
Where he jumped up in the air and like got into a fetal position and caught the ball mid-air. Yeah.
It's like he was on a trampoline doing a back bounce.
Exactly. Yeah. And then for me, it's going to wind up be Donovan Smith just as it went up for the end. Ren, before we go out there to the chat,